Authjs, a universal open-source user authentication system for the web. Traditionally, developers have identified users by storing an email and hashed password in a database. Hackers can sometimes obtain entire databases filled with passwords, but worst of all, they're just annoying for the end user. Authjs provides tools to implement passwordless strategies such as email link sign-in, OAuth with tons of different providers, or your own custom logic like phone SMS verification, and does so in a way that can run in any server environment, can be used with any modern front-end framework, and can connect to any database. This is possible because it provides a universal database model for users, accounts, and sessions that can be adapted for any database. When a user signs in, the default strategy is to generate a JSON web token, which is stored client-side. However, you can also store the session server-side by changing the strategy to database. This is extremely powerful in meta frameworks like Next.js because the client API allows you to check the user authentication state from both your front-end and back-end code seamlessly. To get started, install it in a framework like Next.js. Then add an API route that exports your configuration options. Here you can add a variety of different providers like GitHub, Google, and Facebook sign-in, or use credentials to implement your own custom authorization logic. We could use it without a database, however, we can easily add a database adapter here to store user data. This code will magically create a variety of different API routes that handle the entire authentication flow. From there, we can add the session provider to the root of the application to keep track of the current user. Now, any child component can take advantage of the useSession hook to listen to updates to the user in real time. In addition, it provides functions to sign in and sign out that can be bound to a button, which when clicked will take the user to a dedicated page with your sign-in providers. And finally, you can also check the authentication state server-side with the Get Server Session hook, and that's all it takes to implement user authentication.